Okay?
Hello.
And before y'all leave, I'll just take some information down and y'all have a good one.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Robert Sowerman. I work with the Right Care team at the Dallas Police Department.
Okay, and what's your name?
My name is Nicole.
Okay,
I'm a right care clinician.
okay, and what's your name?
And my name is Perry Anderson. I work with the Dallas Fire Department.
Okay, let me have a seat because I'm tired of getting framed in the abuse and corruption. So let me have a seat. It's a lot to take in day after day when my abuser's mad that he gets to call you guys and do things like this over and over.
You want us to sit down too?
It's up to you.
So,
What's Right Care?
right care is a mental health care component team.
Okay,
That's
so any particular reason why you guys don't investigate crimes, but you just want me to be mentally ill?
So our role,
Okay, well, hold on.
our team,
I-
I can just tell you what our team does.
Well, where's the location that investigates the criminal activity and corruption and the child abuse? Why do people keep coming to help me with mental illness, but they won't take any reports on child abuse and investigate that? I want to talk to people that are going to do an investigation for the child abuse and the exploitation and corruption. Why do they keep calling mental health people instead of doing investigations on all the corruption and abuse? If you can call out mental health people, where are the social workers for the child abuse? Where are the caseworkers for because someone pulled a gun on me?
So child
In the
abuse
South.
will be through Child Protective Services.
If you can come here for mental illness, why can't anyone come and ask me questions about that? Are you a social worker?
I am.
There's child abuse involved. So are you going to take those
I'm
reports?
a social worker specific to mental health. If I see a
Okay,
child
so let me
being
make sure I
abused, then I
understand.
would make a
Let me
report
make sure I
to
understand. So you won't take any reports on the child abuse, but you can frame me for mental illness.
If there's a child being abused, ma'am, let me finish your question, let me finish my answer. If there's a child being abused and I have awareness or I've seen it, then yes, I would make a child abuse.
Well, my
report
child is getting
to
exploited out of corruption.
However, today I am here to address mental health concerns. We just wanted to come and offer you some help. That's it.
So what are the concerns? Because if there's exploitation and corruption, why aren't you concerned about that? Instead, why are you more concerned about framing me for mental illness?
Well, I'm not trying to frame you for mental illness.
Well, I want to talk about the
believe
corruption, the
that mental
13 false
illness being
arrests.
Something people get framed for.
Right, I want to talk about the 13 false arrests, the
I
evading
talk to
arrest
people
and
every
assault.
day who
You don't want to talk about those?
experience
I think that's more
mental
important than, I think that,
need counseling, need support.
what's your name again?
Nicole,
Okay, so you don't want to talk about the 13 false arrests?
I can't talk to the 13 false arrests.
Okay, well, maybe if you could talk about that, then I won't have mental health concerns. Maybe that is a result of the 13 false arrests, and they keep happening. Maybe it's a result of people like you coming in to intimidate me and bully me whenever my abuser's mad, sending you guys over to mistreat me and ruin my days while I'm at bus stops, while I'm at KFC ordering food. Maybe if someone can figure out why this keeps happening, then we can find out that'll probably be stop the mental health concerns. So you won't they can send out mental health people, but they can't seem to help with the child abuse? Or the person pulling a gun on me? The multiple false arrests? The stalking? So he's still trying to frame me, but there's too many police reports on the corruption. So what are you guys wanting to do today? How are you gonna help me get out the
Again,
abuse?
All I'm here to do today is to offer our assistance with the mental health care aspect of.
Well,
assisting
maybe if someone stopped covering for the corruption and the crimes and take the
I can't
reports.
answer to
Well, then I don't
other
think you'll be able to
things.
help. If you're a social worker and you're going to cover for child abuse, let's protect my child. That would have anyone be in distress. If some people keep on trying to frame you for mental illness and cover for crimes, 13, 14
Again,
false arrests.
I don't believe that people are framed for
Oh,
mental
well,
illness.
hold on.
People-
If you are here to help, I've been wanting to talk to a social worker. We are getting exploited. I have multiple false arrests in the teens.
due to mental illness,
No, I'm telling you now.
which is why I don't think that people are framed for mental illness. I think it is.
Oh, well, good. Well, I have multiple false arrests. It's on camera footage. My children are being exploited out of
Your
abuse.
arrests are due to mental illness.
No, are you trying to sabotage
just
my
asking.
No, I keep telling you it's corruption. It's the charges are dismissed.
And what I'm trying to state to you is I'm a mental health practitioner. which
Okay,
is why
so
I'm
if you
coming
can't
out
help me
here.
get out the abuse, people won't help me. They keep trying to frame me. So how am I going to anybody that would have a problem or would be nervous and anxious when they keep getting bullied and framed everywhere they go? So if you're not going to help the child abuse or, get me out the corruption, I don't know how this is going to be beneficial. Because all you want to do is cover for it and frame me for mental illness. That won't help. We need someone a social worker that's going to stop it.
Can you tell me, are you receiving counseling services now?
Yeah, but I want the abuse to stop. I don't want them to deny police
So you do
reports.
have somebody that
Yeah,
you want to
but
talk to.
they want to frame me for mental illness, but won't help me with any of the police reports or enforce investigation of crimes. What's your badge number, sir?
8424.
Okay, so are you going to take a report on the stalking or
The
see what?
report's already been taken, that's why we're here. The detective spoke with us and asked us to come and talk to you as well.
Oh, okay. Well, tell him it's all documented. So there was.
Let him know.
So they're doing an investigation.
He gave me the report.
Oh, well, good, because that's not what I got. Oh, well, good. So all they have to do, I have a YouTube channel, Kiana Clark Peace, with the exploitation of my child custody rights getting hindered. Why don't you take a look at it?
I will.
Okay, so from this point on, how do I get investigations for all the corruption instead of just consistently getting framed? Ordering chicken, trying to report child abuse. It's been a long time since I saw my daughter. We were really close. We carved pumpkins together. We went swimming together. We were a really close, tight-knit family involved in the community. And I can't have a relationship with my daughter. She's getting exploited. So is that going to be investigated too?
I don't know what all's being investigated. He just asked me to come down here and talk to you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I want to start with the social worker, to investigate the child abuse and us being exploited out of corruption and the multiple false arrests. So, yeah, good, that's getting investigated. So you're a social worker?
I am a social worker.
Okay, well, how do I get out of the corruption? From a prominent abuser that puts a lot of people that he shouldn't on his payroll, how do I protect myself from that? Because I have multiple false arrests. You didn't know people can set up false arrests?
I can't talk to any type of false arrest. I do know that.
Okay, well, I'm trying what I'm doing to the best of your education since you came here to help me. I appreciate the help. Since you have came here to help me, I appreciate it, and you're with the right care team.
I am.
I cannot get help to get out the abuse. All I keep getting is mental health people that try to frame me. So since you are here to help me,
Who do you think would help you best?
let me ask the question. Because if you're here trying to harass me, harassment is a crime, even if you hide behind right care team.
Ma'am, I'm not here to harass.
Oh, well, good. So let me finish my question.
I do deserve a chance to talk if you're going to ask me questions.
If you're
I
here to
do
help me,
deserve
if
an
you're here to help me and you
ability
intervene
to
in the
have
help, then
ability
I
to
don't know if
answer
you're
you.
really helping me.
I
You
do
may be
think
here
that
to
we are going
antagonize.
around in circles, and I do think that this might be beginning to frustrate you.
No,
And
if
that
you
was
just
not
let me
the
talk
point
and not be
here.
rude, if you're with the right care team, you should know the importance of letting people speak and not cover for crimes.
And,
So-
and to have a conversation going back and forth.
Okay, ma'am, go ahead and you tell me my question. Go ahead, finish.
What it seems as if we're going around in circles. If you have a child abuse concern, you need to call CPS, Child Protective Services. If
Are you
give that
gaslighting me?
number, I can give that number to you.
You're okay. So let me make sure I understand.
Not
You're
every
willing to
social
help with the
worker-
mental health needs, but you're not willing to help with child abuse.
There are different social workers that address different.
But you haven't let me
social
finish
concerns.
talking. You're lying on me, trying to frame me for mental illness out of corruption. Let me finish what I was saying. If you want to help, really legitimately help me.
Sure.
Okay. From the best of your knowledge, since I keep getting framed and violated so routinely, I don't get services, and my civil rights are getting violated routinely. To the best of your education and knowledge, how would I protect my children against being exploited and them experiencing their rights as well as mine being violated from a prominent abuser that buys off the police department, agencies to help frame me and cover for his crimes?
CPS.
Call CPS? Okay, so the only thing that you can do is just help me with mental health needs, and you won't do anything regarding the child abuse and exploitation.
I can help you with your mental health needs. For me to make a child protective services report, I would need to see the actual abuse. I would need to
Okay,
see-
well, let me give you my YouTube channel, and you can look at what the 255th District Court is doing and what I've experienced, and we can go from there.
So it's already been to court.
And the child abuse is part of the court is part of the child
And
abuse.
Are there court orders?
Well, ma'am, I don't know how effective this help that you're trying to give me is going to be if you keep covering for crimes.
You're right.
Yeah, so if you're gonna cover
So
for the
today
child
I'm just
abuse.
hopeful that we can
Well, hopefully it's
start to
enough
get to
evidence,
know
because
each
I've been
other.
going through this a
Maybe
long
next
time, and
maybe
people have
next
actually
time we
detained
meet, I'll
me.
be able to offer
Yeah,
you
they did
some
this at
additional
June
mental health care
17th.
services.
They did this June 17th, they did it at the bus stop, multiple false arrests, so maybe this is enough evidence to, maybe it's a straw that broke the camel's back to working in. Because I have been detained multiple times out of these schemes, and arrested. That's how you get in the teens. So now you're just helping me and trying to talk to me, but before they handcuffed me and arrested me, and I didn't know if I'd make it out alive.
Well, it's definitely not our intent today.
Oh, well, good, because they've done it already, multiple times.
The purpose
so,
of
okay.
our team is to offer assistance.
Sure, but you cover for child abuse, so it's not gonna be effective because you don't wanna take the reports of child abuse, you just wanna cover for it. And your right care? So I don't know, ma'am. Thank you, but the solution would not be to Band-Aid me getting violated, is to stop the violations. You wanna check my
I
mental
think
health?
that we're gonna
You're
have
gonna-
to agree
you-
to disagree.
Sure. I'm sure they've been doing it when they handcuffed me multiple times, they agreed to disagree.
And
But I think a
not
better
getting much
solution.
farther in this
Sure.
conversation as we
I think a
talk
better
about each
solution
other.
for the
So
right
I
care
think
team
that
would be able to
we
stop
might
the
need to-
abuse. I think a better solution would be to stop the abuse, ma'am.
Okay,
And
thank you
then,
for-
because a mental health need is probably from the
Can I bring
abuse.
the other lady back in, or are you?
No, I mean, we've already seen that you want to cover for the abuse, so your objective is to frame me.
I really appreciate you talking to me today.
Sure, if you're really with the right care team. Do you have an employee ID? Can I get your badge?
I'm not a police officer. So
I know, I
don't
just
have
want
a
your
badge
badge,
number.
because I think that it's odd that you want to frame me for mental illness, but
My
won't
name's
take any.
Nicole. I work for Parker.
I want to
I
take
work
the,
with police
because if you
department.
if you're trying to intimidate me and harass me, this is a crime. So you don't want me to have they do this all the time. When he's mad, they have handcuffed me and taken me off in these schemes. Denise set this up. She said, I don't know if you can record. She told me to come in here. He does it all the time. And like I said, there's been arrests and me getting detained.